Trump puts new restrictions on alcohol companies, a $100 million investment in the cannabis industry, and whiskey-fueled automobiles. I'm Russell Davis, and this is Industry Network News. Last Monday, the Trump administration finalized new regulations for wineries and major alcohol companies taking advantage of unfair tax breaks since 2004. The law gave companies the opportunity for a tax refund on imported wines from overseas, as long as these companies export similar or matching US-made products. However, the law also allowed tax-exempt wine exporters to file claims on their exports. Lawmakers explained this amendment will correct an unfair system and only affect larger companies in the market. It has also been argued this may benefit smaller US wine producers and exporters by forcing a level playing field in the market. Fortune.com said this amendment could raise $600 million from the wine industry alone. Brewer AB InBev and cannabis company Tilray invest $100 million in non-alcoholic cannabis drinks. Labatt Breweries, a subsidiary of AB InBev, is working directly with Tilray-owned High Park Company to begin a limited partnership in Canada. CEO of Tilray, Brendan Kennedy, said, "We are delighted to be joining forces with a world-leading beverage company." In a joint press release, the company said cannabis-infused beverages will only thrive if the industry embraces appropriate regulation of adult-use cannabis, including responsible production, marketing, sale, and consumptions. Artesian's Alex Kratna opens his own London bar. Kratna was the Artesian's lead mixologist during its 4-year reign as world's best bar. In an interview with Hot Dinners, an up-to-date website on new restaurants in London, Kratna announced he would be partnering with Norwegian bartender Monica Berg, formerly of London bar Pollen Street Social, to open his new project. Kratna said the bar would mix Scandinavian functionality, Japanese minimalism, and a little bit of punk to achieve beauty by restraint. One of North America's largest and longest-running brewing equipment providers is being shut down. On November 26th, Canada's Supreme Court issued an order for Diversified Metal Engineering to cease operations immediately after defaulting on loan payments. The shutdown is expected to have a devastating effect on breweries. Mahala Guevara, vice president of Texas's Big Bend Brewing, told Brewbound.com that the equipment manufacturer's collapse will cause a wave of breweries out of business or financially restructure significantly. The Guardian claims 50 local businesses are still owed money for goods and services provided by Diversified Metal Engineering. They are unlikely to receive compensation. A new Diageo Distillery coming in 2021. The whiskey giant is answering the worldwide demand for more American whiskeys by opening a 144-acre distillery and warehouse in Lebanon, Kentucky. The Kentucky site will have the capacity to produce 3.8 million cases per year. The new distillery will house all of Diageo's current brands as well as future drinks all under one roof. Diageo's new venture comes as the Bullet Bourbon whiskey brand experiences double-digit growth in the US this past year. The project is estimated to cost $130 million to complete. It's predicted China's wine imports will grow 8% in 2019. Research Institute IWSR says that projected increase is a result of a shifting consumer base. IWSR argues younger consumers will be converting to wine drinking, while the older consumer will turn to wine for perceived health benefits. The IWSR study also highlights e-commerce and a wealthier country as factors for driving sales. IWSR notes that wine sales should benefit from a trend where consumers seek to display knowledge. Still dominated by Baijiu, the IWSR believes wine is the strongest contender to challenge Baijiu's position in the market. Domestically, Chinese wine growth is a different story. Wine is expected to drop by 6.8% over 2018 to 2022, in line with the country's declining production volume each year. In another report by the IWSR, Japan is predicted to be leading the global ready-to-drink market by 2022. Overtaking the US ready-to-drink market by volume, by 2022, Japan is forecasted to account for 19 million of the forecasted 26 million additional case sales. The US market is impacted by the lack of product longevity and the consumer's desire for healthier, fresher, and less sugary options. Thriving in Japan's market are pre-mixed cocktails with premium, good quality ingredients, ready-to-serve gin and tonics, and even original recipes. Research also revealed affordability was a key factor in recruiting younger consumers for smaller markets such as Mexico and South Africa. Experts also noted cider's resurgence will likely continue in the coming years. Cars in India could soon be using whiskey as a fuel substitute. Scottish company Celtic Renewables has a process that takes residues from whiskey productions and converts them into a sustainable new fuel, biobutanol. This was first seen as a solution to reduce toxic pollution in the river Ganges, which is the source of drinking water for 400 million of India's citizens. Partnering with Indian company Dross Energy, the two companies are hoping that biobutanol will cut oil consumption, carbon dioxide emission, and bring the country a new secure energy supply. Founder and president of Celtic Renewables, Professor Martin Tangney, called the technology a game changer for the Indian brewing and distilling industry. The head of Scottish Development International in India said the deal will see the environment benefit from Scotland's world-leading status for producing whiskey and clean water. Patron's president and CEO is retiring after 20 years. Ed Brown has overseen Patron since 2001, when Patron's annual growth was 118,000 cases to presently selling more than 2 million cases annually. In January of 2018, Patron was acquired by Bacardi in a deal worth $5.1 billion, representing one of the most expensive deals ever made for a spirits brand. In acquiring Patron, Bacardi became the #1 spirits player in the United States super premium segment and the second largest spirits company in the market share by value in America. Barry Cabalcan, vice chairman of Bacardi Limited and member of the board of directors of Patron for the past 10 years, said, "It is only fitting that we should describe the career of the man who created the enduring tagline, 'Simply Perfect,' as nothing short of that." Brown intends to continue providing counsel and expert advice to the company post-retirement and the spirits industry as a whole, also keeping his seat as the board member of Patron. Ed Brown officially steps down from President CEO on December 31st, 2018. Maker's Mark teamed up with YouTube to help showcase the site's new 180-degree magic window technology. A new video released earlier this month gives viewers on their phone a classical Maker's Mark holiday experience. In another team-up this month, John Cena and San Francisco vodka company Skyy Vodka reenacted one of cinema's most iconic scenes from the movie Titanic. The video was released as part of the company's Proudly America campaign. Last month, John Cena was named brand ambassador to Skyy Vodka. The Maker's Mark holiday experience and Skyy Vodka's newest campaign, appropriately titled Thoughts, are already being credited as successful ad campaigns, setting a new standard for unique product promotion. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BarIndustryNet. I'm Russell Davis, and this has been Industry Network News.